Hey guys.
Hi.
It's the Migas.
It's been a minute.
A hot ass minute. And what a hot mess was that last season, right? If you paid attention. Terrible. But it worked out.
It
you
did.
know, we kind of left you guys hanging. Deadass. Really hanging, but we are back with a power punch of a season. Where's the?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember.
I remember with this. Hold on, like that. Yeah. All right. So, if you guys are, if your ears are working, nice and fresh, we're coming in very crisp.
Right? Can you tell the difference? So
Yeah.
that is part of the Migas revamp. Again, just that's exactly how
We
we're
went through some
feeling.
growing pains, but
Right.
last season, you grow through what you go through, and
Amen.
that's what
And
we're doing. It was a struggle bus season,
It was.
but here we are. We're back. We are back.
We're back. And amazing, or an amazing, not an amazing.
Amazing.
An outstanding shout out, crazy shout out, like humongous, enormous. I don't know what all the big words in my vocabulary. Shout out to Richard, Rich,
To our
of
6'7"
yeah.
giant.
our podcast angel from OneiPhotography. He truly came through for us. So all of this was us learning, educating ourselves, growing, something that you should always do, period, whether you're in business or not. And again, it's the New Year's, right? So where's your resolution?
Ours was to bring y'all a bomb ass podcast.
For
and that's
real.
what we're
For real. I
doing.
mean, we've been brought you that, but we wanted to elevate it. Elevate. Half of this episode is literally going to be us fucking laughing because
because we can
we're
actually
just
hear each other now.
Yes, we
I
can.
love
It's
it.
just, hey,
Oh my
girl.
God, hey.
And it's still going to be, raw. I mean, it's going to be some editing because now, we professionals.
Yeah, we're professionals and shit.
Like, look at these mics. If you're looking at us, look at it. Look.
Our show and tell.
Yes. And, we did try YouTube. It wasn't last season. It was a season prior.
Yeah.
So we were working on that. And now it's just like, ba-bang, bang,
Yeah.
bang, bang, ka-chow. Not the ka-chow.
Not,
From
not Lightning McQueen.
Not Lightning McQueen. If you know, the mamas out there.
Word. Well, I would say
Not even boy
mamas.
mama. Yeah,
It's just the mamas.
Yeah,
because
the mamas.
we got Miss Sally, the Porsche with
Yes.
her little tramp stamp tattoo. I was like, ma'am, excuse me.
But yes, let's do just a quick matcha tea catch up
Yes.
as fast as we can. Just random shit that we freaking been through in these
As
past
fast
couple
as we
of
can is the keyword here.
for Q4 of 2024. How was that for you?
Ugh. Ugh.
Vomit. No.
Yeah, seriously. No. It was a struggle, clearly, as you could see, like just trying to make time to be a full-time employee, a full-time wife, full-time mom of 3, just, oh, hi, I'm here too. I want to get my nails done, my hair done. Like, I just want to breathe for a couple of seconds, but that just doesn't happen. And I'm just like, between the summer and then now, I feel like the earth sneezed. And I'm like, how are we in 2025? Like, what just happened?
¿Qué?
Ay, Dios mío.
Not the ideal meal.
Not the ideal meal. But, there was a lot of other side projects done to kind of keep me sane. And clearly, reading has kept me sane. Because if not,
Preach.
yes, I would have lost my motherfucking, medulla.
I thought you were going to say Medusa. I was like,
No.
girl.
Do you remember? no, it's like I'm literally explaining everything to you. Okay, so Cardi,
I literally live underneath a rock. I don't know what goes on TikTok. I barely see what's going on
Well,
Instagram,
she
but Nora
said-
keeps
yes,
me
I keep her
with the pop culture. I have no freaking idea.
And she goes, I'm going through it, bitch. She's like, I'm losing my motherfucking medulla. And I'm like, yes.
I feel you.
That's
Same.
exactly what's happened. The
Same.
only thing I can actually be like, yes, Cardi, I get you. Because everything else I'm like, nah, homie, I don't know.
Sorry, Cardi.
I'm like, I don't know what all that is about. But okay. But yeah, it's been hard. But, again, when life is lifing, God has got it.
Oh, yeah. Not me fucking forgetting our own thing. God has got it. I am lost in the sauce, and it ain't the bolognese.
Inside joke. But yeah, tell us your little matcha tea. How's everything been going?
Everything's been, I feel like the biggest thing is just sitting in gratitude as the shitstorm is going down. Like, I'm gonna just hold this umbrella and let the shit just slide off. But that has been my outlook of 2024. If you guys know what I experienced this year, but nonetheless, I just feel like God was like, listen, sis, you asked to be in your soft girl era. Well, here you go. But I did not think it was going to be the goddamn C word. But here we are. I am in remission. So thank God for that. And shout out to the medical team. Shout out to the support team that I've had. But number one, shout out to Jesus Christ himself, because that truly helped me stay balanced. I feel like I barely shed tears throughout this diagnosis. And it's because I just kept lifing. I was like, okay, life is life, and let me just keep going. And that kept me, in a sense, oddly mentally sane, as I guess my body was going insane. And staying busy, again, being a mom, staying busy with Caleb. I feel like I've always been busy, period. But now adding Caleb to the mix is just, okay, now we're just busier. He has his own social life. I have my social life. And it's just got to just keep on going, keep on chugging. And that, I think, like I said, is what truly helped me go through this. Met some amazing people through the process that were going through something similar as me. They're sitting here wishing me happy holidays. And I was like, this is, again, thinking of the little gratitude. And all those people that I've met throughout it, like I said, grateful for you, grateful for Nora, grateful for the book clubs, grateful for my family, for all the friends, everybody that showed up, that checked in. Just, I am walking into 2025 like on a gratitude cloud. And this, what? Like, this is just like, okay, God, you're listening.
Yeah.
You're listening. Thank you.
Hey, God, subscribe to the podcast.
Deadass, help us, baby G.
I'm like, Allah, come on, homie.
No,
but you want to know something? It's so crazy because I was thinking. I mean, obviously, I think about Cindy a lot, guys. I think about her like I wake up and I'm like, oh, what's Cindy doing?
What would Cindy do?
What would Cindy do? Like WWCD, But I was like thinking, I'm like, when we first we've known each other for many years, through through Mari, obviously, but all around. And I've always noticed, I'm like, damn, she has a social calendar that can be envied by the Kardashians. She's like, so I'm going to fit you in here. And I'm like, and I always wondered too, because Mari would be like, okay, so the party's at 2 and then I have to be at another party at 4:15.
No, Mari was the queen of that.
I was like, how are you doing this? What is happening? But every weekend you had something. Oh, ma'am,
hello,
calm down.
Closer to your mouth.
Closer, please. The disrespect. No, just kidding. Don't you make me. But yeah, so you always had a lot of things that you were doing. So, and then everything that you've done with Caleb, it was like, nah, between these hours, I'm out of pocket. I'm sorry. But through this season and through what transpired, I've noticed a lot of stepping back and just saying, that's not for me right now. It's not like I would rather like because for me to fathom you just being home, I was like, I don't even think she's home ever. Like she's always out she's my little callecita, always out in the streets. Like the streets are calling my name like all the time. And I'm like, oh, okay. But now you're like taking a step back. Like you fill your time, but you also pour into yourself.
I've been doing it intentionally.
Yes.
100%. Because before I think I would just say yes to everything just to say yes.
Yes.
Just to show up. But I'm like, wait, I want to show up. This is going to benefit not only me, but my presence is going to help someone else. It's going to be good energy all around. So I've been more intentional with how I'm sharing my energy. Like, I'm a gift. I am the gift.
I am the present.
My presence is the present, you know? And that's not even I say it as humble as I can. Like I said, if you know me, you know I am saying it humbly as fuck.
Yeah.
Because again, I also learned to prioritize as a mother, period. Obviously, prioritize myself. And what does that mean? That means if I take care of my son, my husband, my family, my friends, that fills my cup. Doing more things that filled my vaso, my cup.
Yeah. I love that. So for me, because of just the overwhelm and the stress, like obviously, you know, I have 3 kids. It's a lot. It's a lot going on all over the place. And having that and not having support is always so stressful to me. And I'm like, I could literally like, I'll pop off any day because I'm just like, I get to that point where I'm just like, I'm about to lose my shit. And
you're like the overstimulated queen, and that's not even a good thing.
Not,
like I don't want you to be that way anymore.
Yeah, I know, right? Stop it. But it's to the point now where I've said no to a lot of things. I would say yes, and then just the day of get that anxiety like in me, and like I'm just not gonna show up.
And you shouldn't. You should actually be like excited. Like I'm gonna dress up. I'm gonna put on this. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be be present.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because you know my ideas. You know how I put all these things together, and like when the time comes to execute, like it's either down to the wire due to my ADHD. I'm like, it is the pressure. We are getting to the end. Like it is the 11th hour. Everything needs to get done.
I mean, I feel like sometimes you work well under pressure, but then it's not
but then what, the next day I'm just
and you're fucking worn out. Like I'm like, I was like, I need some Honora. And I was just like, nope, I gotta wait a fucking week for her to recharge. And then it's too fucking late because then she moved on to something.
But the book club has been thriving, but that's what's kept me grounded, honestly. That and then obviously the podcast, but it's just entering 2025. Like I know, your resolution. Like I started this in the fall because like,
I love
you know,
that.
you shed and
you don't need
like,
to wait for a new year. And I feel like October, is such a perfect month to do that.
It was a pivotal month. Like it was just like mindset shifting. And things don't get done in like, what is it? Rome wasn't built in a day. Like the pyramids weren't built in it. Well, right. Some people think that the UFOs were the pyramids, but I digress. But
it was Jesus.
It was Jesus, guys. Come on, Jesus. But yeah, like it takes steps, and these steps are like I'm channeling my inner Cindy because I'm just like, it's gonna be my soft girl era, but with a little more disrespect because it is to the point where my time has been disrespected and what I bring to the table. And now it's like, kindly fuck you. You know what I mean? Kindly fuck off. Like, please and thank you. Like, you know what I mean? Because what's important to me may not make sense to somebody else. And that has nothing to do with me. And that's just such a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow. It's like, oh, but what if that person doesn't like this about me? I'm sorry. I'm already battling myself of the things that I like
you
about
need
myself.
to adjust or move out the way.
Like Luda, move, bitch,
get out the way. Seriously,
yeah. So, that is it's so funny because when I posted about the Elf on the Shelf, you know,
that was literally, I told her, I was like, can you please turn that into a reel? It needs to have a permanent spot in your feed because it was hilarious because you were being so raw and real about a stupid.
So our Elf on the Shelf, this mofo stayed on the damn shelf. Like that's his name. His name is Tommy the Elf that stays on the motherfucking shelf. Because I was not moving his little ass everywhere. So I was like, all right, whatever. But I had my little apothic. Shout out to apothic. Hey, y'all. Like, but I was feeling nice. I was feeling nice. It's just how I cope. And then I was in my lair where I made my little area, and I was talking about this freaking shelf, this elf on the shelf. And then one of my friends actually sent me a message, and she was like, "I love unhinged Nora."
Yes.
And I'm like, "What do you
Hashtag unhinged.
And she's like, "When you like, I don't curse like I could, but like, I mean, obviously,
No, like I said, it was perfect.
This is not the platform right now because I just came out like, like, but when I was like this mother effing, the whole thing was like, and the thing is, Instagram, get your shit together because you curse and then it's like shit.
Yeah, but I do love that. Just in case there's children around,
No, but I'm saying,
it bleeps it. But
it
you
bleeps
know,
it at the end,
yeah,
like you hear the word,
but you won't hear the full.
Yeah.
Sometimes it depends.
But yeah, so it was unhinged Nora, and I'm like, you know what? There's unhinged at a level that I'm comfortable with being, and like it's a little unhinged but with class, and that's what I'm going for.
But it's you,
Yeah,
hinged. and if someone doesn't like that or can't be around it or think it's too much or not enough, fuck them.
Yeah, or go get less.
Exactly.
Yeah, go get less.
Like, be yourself. Because I remember even one of the things that you say about your curly hair. Oh, you already have a big personality.
No.
Why am I going to add the hair? Just add the hair.
No.
Who
But
cares?
listen. Linda, listen. Listen.
I don't want to listen.
I've come to terms with myself. I just don't like it.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I won't keep pushing you.
Exactly. I feel more put together and I feel pretty with curly hair. And just as like listen, no shade to the curly girls out there. Like, I love my natural good for you. I love seeing my Dominican lady from my blow up. Like, well, actually, she's Ecuadorian. We're at a Dominican salon, but that's where I feel sexy, where I feel beautiful. When I would have my curly hair, like, if you fuck up on wash day, your week is fucked.
It's it is a process, but those fresh curls, those one that one time you get it right, but then the next day you wake up and it's just like,
and then like these curly girls are like, oh my God, I had 4 years I don't have 4 years to wait.
Yes, this is true.
And I like how I look like this. And I mean, it is what it is. I like to channel my inner Meghan Markle. So
I can see it.
Like, that's what I like. Like, she's like, she's a mix. And I'm like, okay, I get you, girl. And like her outfits. And like, I'm just like,
I like it.
Slay bitch. I love it. And she's not out there being like, look at all these. You know how much money I spent on product? It was like hundreds of dollars on things that it's like trial and error. And when I just go to the salon and I'm like, what Dominican product do you have that you can put in my hair?
And it's just one thing and a good ass blow.
And you've seen me wrap my hair at night.
Yes.
So I'm the queen of wrapping my hair.
Yes, you are.
And then I just go and I'm out the door. So
you do have to streamline. You got to streamline your beauty these days because ain't nobody got time every single morning. That's even like with me when I have my straight hair. Well, Nora caught me this morning in my morning glory, and she was probably like, "Whoa, that's rough."
I was like, I love her even more. It was like looking at my.
And then he opened the door. I was like, "Good morning,"
but it was like
a sneak peek into.
I was like, "What's happening?" But you have seen me fugly as shit.
No, but not on the level that you saw this morning.
You were not even remotely fugly. Shut up.
It's like you wish you could wake up. But again, like even in the fucking movies, like it's all makeup and stuff like that. Like nobody wakes up like that.
Like those.
I mean, I'm sure there are a selective few that God has gifted. Like you wake up and you're just beautiful.
You're just beautiful. I'm done.
I don't know why that came out.
You channeled your inner Zoe. Yeah. Zoe does that to me. Like if I don't answer her, she's like, "Mommy, water." That's how she says water. Oh. Mommy, water. I'm like, oh, sorry, right, Satan. And then she'll be like, "Mommy, leche." I'm like, oh my God.
It's like, did you hear me or not? I can't. I told you, half of this shit is gonna be just cackling.
All right.
Yeah.
So 2025 is coming. We're excited for some things coming.
We are.
We are.
We are.
Well, one, the podcast.
We are. We are.
Obviously, this bomb ass popping podcast because
That ass.
we
yes.
owe you guys. We owe it.
Yes.
We owe it to you and to us.
For real.
But us first.
It's a
then you
win-win.
guys.
Yes.
It's
And
a
then you
win-win.
guys. You guys get the crumbs. No,
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
no.
You guys were getting crumbs last
we leave
season.
no
Dead
crumbs.
ass. You guys got them crumbs last season. So we're giving you the whole fresh, like homemade sourdough bang.
Bang.
You know? Can't take us serious.
No.
But I mean, I feel like that's also helped me in 2024, just laughing through it.
Yeah.
Making, obviously, you guys know I am the Morbid Queen. So just laugh through it. I will never forget. And I'll share it with you guys. And I don't know if I shared it in this previous crummy ass season, but I'll repeat it in a nice, clear audio for y'all and with some nice visual. I will never forget when I got the news. I was literally driving Caleb to school. And thank God that obviously he is a very smart, bright kid, but did not understand that there was like a doctor calling me because it was on the speakers of the car. And, you know, she tells me in the news very nonchalant. So I was like, okay, let me park, get my life together. And then I'll like drop off Caleb and then I'll call the first person. I was like, the first person that I called was obviously Kelvin, my husband. And he's like, yo, oh my God, this and that. And at the end, he says, just, you know, babe, just gotta stay positive. Like, yeah, I'm positive for cancer, motherfucker. But I have wanted to tell him that so bad. But I'm like, this is not the time. I'll keep it to myself. But now I can openly share it because, again, that's my mentality. Like I said, when this doctor called me, I did not cry. I think I cried like after I left Caleb because I just couldn't cry. I was like, I'm not going to break down and cry in front of this kid. I still got to actually physically walk him into the school. I was like, I don't need the admin to ask me questions because I'm going to just be a hot fucking mess.
Yeah.
So let me get in the car. Then I did my little crying. I can literally probably count. I probably cry like over this maybe like 4 times since this has happened. But again, just God prepares you. But laughter was definitely my medicine. And I think it will continue to always be my medicine. And I know you love comedy and stand-ups and all that jazz. So if you're going through something deep right now, literally throw on like a funny comfort movie or stand-up comedian or find a joke about your situation. Unfortunately, I feel like, I don't know about you growing up Moroccan, but for me growing up Dominican, everything is a fucking joke.
Yeah,
Like
same.
nothing is serious. You could be at a freaking funeral, open casket, and they're making fun of something the damn person is wearing or what they, I'm like, bro. But if you know, you know. And again, that, I guess my upbringing, just my, and I don't have a nonchalant personality. I wish I did.
You're like,
A carefree
I'm
one.
extra chalant. I'm here chalanting.
I'm extra chalant. Chalanty.
I'm chalanting all over the place.
But yes.
Yeah.
Laugh it out.
Ha-ha.
Yes, cry it out process. And that's another thing too that I made sure to do. Yes, this is a crazy thing that I went through or going through, but it could always be worse. Again, thank God it was caught super early.
Super early.
I have a long life ahead of me. Y'all gonna see me for a long time, not a good time. So just, again, laugh. Always find the silver lining. There's always a freaking silver lining. As corny or whatever as it may sound, there's always one. Always look for it. And if you keep going through the same things over and over, it's because the universe is trying to remind you that you have not learned your lesson yet. So you're going to keep going through the same shit until you learn, process, and then you'll start seeing the rewards. Because some of us, I feel like, are just stuck in the same cycle over and over again. It's just like, why me? Why this? Why that? But if you're continuing to do the same thing, expecting different results, you're not going to get them,
Isn't that the
sis.
definition of insanity?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
The definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a
Yes,
different
you
result.
have to take that risk. Jump, walk, crawl, whatever. Just do it. Just do it. Like sitting on your phone, scrolling. It's not going to get you there. The hating on others is not going to get you there. Now, inspiring others, motivating others, reaching out for that support. Again, I've known Mr. Richard, our podcast angel, for many years, and always following his work on Instagram. And thankfully, he's using his freaking online to benefit his social media to benefit him. And he posted a couple reels about this, and I'm like, this keeps coming up. Fuck it, let me just
bite the bullet.
Yes, and I was like, Nora, the Migas Podcast has a Christmas gift. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And then boom, here we are. But again, it's just like taking that risk, investing in yourself, and taking the time to just learn.
In your dream.
Yes. Why not? I mean, so many others do it. You could do it too. We're doing it, so you could do it too.
Amen.
And that is my little nuggets I'm leaving y'all with today. In 2025. That's how we started.
Yes, that's how we started. Besides what is an accomplishment or something that you've done in 2024 that you think like you want to carry into 2025?
Oh, well, the working out. It's been officially 3 months of consistently going 3 times a week. Now it's just working on my better eating habits. But overall, and again, the diagnosis reminded me how important health is. Like, we ain't shit without our health. Ask anyone right now in a hospital bed, with a terminal disease, probably all the regrets that they've had in their life. So I was like, I don't want to live with any regrets.
Yeah.
And one of my biggest things is like abs by 40. So I was just like, if I don't start working towards that, like I could keep saying it, but if I'm not putting any work, it's not going to come to fruition. Yeah. So that is my biggest, I feel like, takeaway or accomplishment is consistency in anything you want to achieve. You got to be consistent at it. Again, like I said before, you have to crawl before you walk and all that jazz. So I am here in the crawling phase, crawling towards my abs. It's hard, but I will get there. I believe in myself. I will get there.
I believe in you.
Thank you. Hard. What was that? All right. And what about yourself, Miss Nora?
So for me, it's doing things that bring me joy, and not compromising that time. So like that's sacred time for me. So I brought back like all my self-care things that I was like, oh, but I could do it at home, or no, I know I can.
But why?
Yeah, exactly. like absolutely not.
Like my what is my thing? I'd rather pay someone.
Yeah, I would rather pay someone to do it. So, putting in my hair, my nails, my wax, like everything. And then, as y'all know, I got to 150 books this year.
Hey.
So just continuing that momentum. So just kind of inspiring people to read more, I guess. And then just making really funny reels and TikToks because
she is the queen of TikTok.
No, I wish.
She is.
I just like doing stupid ass things. But I am a dark romance reader. I know when you see me, you're like, what? And I'm like, ma'am, what do you mean he did not bring a knife to your neck? What do you mean he did not cut off the hands?
We're getting reading ladies after dark over here.
Yes. And just bringing those 2 book clubs to be, just kind of like a community. So if you're not into the dark romance, we have the reading ladies. So it is a little more romancy, contemporary, stuff like that. And then the reading ladies after dark, we are unhinged. We do not judge. We listen and we don't judge. So, but it's really, really dark romance. Like I'm getting super dark and I'm like, ma'am, this is nothing. This is child's play. What do you mean?
And to me, even while reading those books, I was like, books like this exist out here?
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
This is insane.
Well, Kayla and I just finished Madness.
I almost thought you said K-Love.
No.
I'm like, you got my son reading what?
Yes.
He can't even read.
I got him reading some dark ass romance. Here, sweetheart, here's Haunting Adeline. Well, Kayla. And we finished Madness because we were waiting for the audio for that for so long because this book is 818 pages. Okay?
Yeah, audio, please.
Yo, it was like, when I grabbed the book, I was like, oh, she thick. Like, oh, goddamn. But it was so unhinged that I was uncomfortable. Like that's how unhinged this book was. And it wasn't even like when I'm putting the pieces together, I'm like, they're in college. How are they this unhinged? Like, what life have you lived?
TikTok.
Yeah.
It was TikTok's fault.
But yeah, it was okay. It was my least favorite of the series, but I still fuck with it. So it was all right. But I'm like, okay, let me get a palate cleanse here.
Right, let me scale it back a bit.
Let me get a little bit of a palate cleanse because that was a little too dark for me.
That's too much.
but yeah, so that the joy of reading that I had as a kid and then bringing it back as an adult, I really love. Yes. And then hobbies. When we went on the retreat, like we had our little crafts and stuff like that, which was really, really fun. So like bringing that.
I'm so happy you did that because Charmin, one of my best friends. Sorry, Nora.
Whatever. Why don't you just have Charmin on the podcast?
I know. I mean, she does want to be a guest, so we shall be bringing her.
Charmin. Charmin.
Charmin. Thank you so much. No, deadass. Shout out to her because she did. And again, you hear all these things constantly, but until you're going through something and actually apply, you're like, oh, okay. She told me to do things that fuel my inner child. So I was like, what the hell does that mean? But obviously, and it literally happened maybe like a couple days or a couple weeks before the retreat. And here I am at this retreat painting and doing crafts. And I'm like, wait, I like this. I used to do all this shit when I was little. It's just kind of got tucked away in a corner. And now it's not, important or a priority. And I remember coming home and I was like, I must finish this. And I ordered like all the markers and things like that. The acrylic markers, I got all my shit. And I'm like, I love this. So thank you. Thank you for that.
If you guys are wondering about the retreat was a bookish retreat that Chasing Chapters put together. And we went to the Poconos and we did like silent reading hour. We just, just had time for us to discuss like our books. We did like a book exchange. And then one day was just like crafting and we did like a bookmark craft, a bracelet craft, a tote bag, and then painting our own version of Valaris or whatever the heck you wanted to paint. So no, it was really, really fun.
It was. And again, it was great take homes. And every time I see these items that I created at the retreat, it's that friendly, gentle reminder. Go do something that your inner child is going to be so happy. Whether that be, again, kicking the ball or being silly. And I think that's what it is, just staying, kicking the ball.
Don't kick the ball outside.
It's something simple. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. Go make a bracelet.
Imagine play kickball when we were kids.
Kickball, dodgeball.
Yo, dodgeball was ruthless.
I love
it. Ruthless.
I see that they have it like at those jumping places. I was like, that's intense. That looks
super intense.
I'm always like itching to go in, and then I see all the little kids. They're gonna be like, we gotta kick this lady.
Yeah, I would get hit in the face, and I'm like,
no, I would be the one getting too competitive and aggressive.
Get your kid out of here, ma'am.
Being a whole Adam Sandler.
Years old.
I'm like, but I am 14. I'm just big.
No, remember in what is it, Benchwarmers? I am 12.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's an epic movie. Love it. But yeah.
But you have to stay silly. And again, I feel like also being a parent or a mom kind of reminds you of that because you got to put on a fucking clown show.
Yo, we are
all the time to get kids to get shit done. Like, oh my God, if you don't do this, then this. Or just making up these things as you go. And sometimes I literally look back, I was like, I really just said that? Or really, what was that voice? But again, I've always just had that goofy, silly side to me. And it's just so nice. It's refreshing to be able to just be myself or whatever. And it doesn't matter where what room I'm in. Of course, they say you like, what is it, like code switch when you're around different people. But I'm like, nah, this is who I am. I curse a lot. I'm a clown, goofy, the voice changes, the random things. I'm like, sorry, not sorry. It's just who I am.
Yes. Love it.
But
I think we should wrap it up.
We should.
And stay tuned for another episode.
Yes.
Of the Migas Podcast because we did miss you guys.
We did.
We're back. We're back.
We're back.
But thanks again for tuning in. We love you guys. Thank you so
Yes.
much for the support, and we'll catch you in the next
Yes,
episode.
and make sure to like, subscribe,
And follow.
wherever it is. Yeah, follow. All those things matter. Help our algorithm. Help the Migas get paid. I
Word.
mean, let's be real, right?
Yeah.
We already have an amazing community. Let's keep growing that. So share this with somebody that you think, well, it would help them or resonates with. Just share, tap, listen, share, tap, listen, follow, all that jazz.
All of it. Thank you.
We love you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.